Right now, the internet is currently on fire. Why? Because Jim Carrey just showed up in Paris looking 30 years younger, speaking perfect French, and according to some of the most famous makeup artists in the world, he might be a silicone mask. Today we aren't just asking if he was replaced, we're asking why he was. Allegedly. To understand the 2026 clone Carey, you have to go back to 2014. You guys remember the Jimmy Kimmel appearance?
Mm-hmm. I don't.
I do.
You don't?
You don't know the Illuminati, Jimmy?
Yeah,
that one. Yeah.
Roll the clip.
Yep. All right, let's go.
Dumb and Dumber 2 opens tomorrow. Please say hello to Jim Carrey.
Is that the sign of the Illuminati right there?
Yeah, the
Oh,
triangle.
you don't know what that means, John.
You don't know, John?
You don't know, John?
You don't know?
Why is this so loud?
You don't know what that means?
Sorry to everybody. This is crazy loud. My bad.
Jim Carrey, everybody. It gets worse.
The volume gets worse?
Gang sign? Have you,
You know what he says.
Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
Implying that, yeah, you know what
Come
it is.
on.
Really? Is that what he's trying to say?
Buckle up.
Okay.
have no idea.
You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right? Yeah.
What is it?
I thought that was something way different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, Jimmy. Seriously, the time
Watch
is up.
Kimmel's face.
People are hip to this kind of stuff. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Looma Nutty, and
The
you're a
Looma
part of
Nutty.
it,
He's being a clown, right?
and it is the all-mocking tongue.
Kimmel's like,
I like it.
what do you guys want me to say?
So it's actually
It's the symbol of the all-mocking tongue.
the all-seeing eye that's inside the
Right.
triangle of the Illuminati. So it's clearly he's parodying it, but it looks very much like he's serious.
He's just such a clown to me.
And that's the hard part here is because it's Jim Carrey.
But if you watch the entire thing, like he seems agitated. He doesn't seem like he's like kind of be like sarcastic and funny.
Fair enough.
He goes on. There's a little bit more of that I wanted you guys to see.
Okay.
Maybe another minute or two. It's worth talking about.
And I'm sick of it. I want everybody to be in on the joke, man. You know what I mean? Like, for years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and
believe that.
docile so you don't know what's really going
Here we go.
on. You know, when they get out there in the woods in a circle naked and they decide these things and, you know, and you know, look at him trying to calm it down. It's hilarious. And,
All right,
you know,
that's
and
good.
I'm sick of, hold on a second. You know what they're trying to do?
Then he goes
This
on to
thing is
make
buzzing.
some weird joke. Anyway, so that's kind of where we're going to start. He gets on Fallon. He makes the all-mocking tongue, which, to be fair, I've seen the all-seeing eye.
It is the all-seeing eye.
I've seen the
that's
all-seeing eye.
The parody. Yeah.
The tongue was the thing that was a little bit off to me. But then he talks about getting naked in the woods.
Mhm.
We've talked about that on the show before, boys.
Bohemian Grove.
That's Bohemian Grove.
Right.
We'll get into that at a later time. And then obviously, through the entire time, Kimmel's visibly uncomfortable. I mean, okay. Jim Carrey comes onto your show. He starts making all these weird.
Not really sure what to expect.
I would be
Is this a
uncomfortable.
bit?
I
Is
know,
it not
you're
a
like-
bit?
He's like, man, my show writers didn't tell
know,
me about
yeah.
this. Like, I don't know what's going on. Or is it, Jimmy, dude, shut the fuck up.
You're like,
What the fuck are you saying,
Ixnay on the Illuminati.
Then he starts talking about Bohemian Grove. For everybody listening who doesn't know what that is, we've talked about it a couple times on the show. I want to say that there are a couple pictures and videos floating around the internet of Bohemian Grove, and that's from somebody who snuck into.
There's been a couple people.
Wasn't it
Bohemian
Alex
Grove.
Jones?
Alex Jones
Alex
was
Jones
one of
did
them.
one.
It's not a fake thing. Bohemian Grove is a real thing that happens. It's a gathering in the woods where celebrities, politicians, famous people all get together and allegedly make decisions, notably like past presidents.
Oh yeah,
future
all the
presidents.
Bushes. They've had Colin Powell out there during the war. They do weird things.
And
like
they do weird shit. They get
Ronald
naked
Reagan,
and they
Richard Nixon.
Big
Some
fire.
people believe there's child sacrifice.
There's big. There's
Allegedly.
There's a big.
Allegedly.
There's a big bonfire. People get naked. It's fucking
That's
weird.
real.
They're real big on owls. They got like a 40-foot owl.
Yeah.
Like, they're
All real.
Yeah.
Which is,
Like-
isn't that the god Moloch? Isn't that an owl? Is that what it's supposed to be?
I don't know.
No.
They say it represents like knowledge,
Right.
but I don't know.
Right.
Okay. Let's fast forward maybe a year or two. Then he's at the name of the event that he's at here is escaping me. But then he starts talking to this reporter. This is after the Kimmel appearance. John, this is the second
Jim
clip.
Carrey.
Let's watch this.
Yes.
What?
I've covered a lot of fashion weeks. This is the first time I've run into Jim Carrey. Wait, tell me, is it true you're wandering the streets? You need a date to the party? What's up?
No.
This one I've seen.
I'm doing just fine. I just, there's no meaning to any of this. So I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
Which also, what a slap in the face, that
Right?
was, dude. Yeah,
I love when people talk like that. What was Ricky Gervais when he did it at the Golden
Yeah.
Globes
Yeah.
or whatever?
Let me
Like
find the most meaningless thing, and I'm gonna go do it.
When he blasted everybody in the audience.
he did, but also at the same time, I'm like, pretty hypocritical, dude. You're a mega millionaire, famous worldwide because
It's like
of this.
It's like Bernie
nonsensical
Sanders
bull.
getting up there and saying, "We got to get rid of the rich people, motherfucker. You own like 8 mansions.
Yeah.
Who are you?" It's the same shit.
But Ricky Gervais at the time was a very rising to prominence, very popular. Like, you don't hear a whole lot about him or from him anymore.
Maybe they replaced him too. More on that in a minute. Okay, here we go.
They're
I
celebrating.
mean, you got to admit, it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons
She
inside.
looks
Do
like
you
Celebrating
that.
believe in
icons, boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons. Do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist, but there is a wonderful fragrance in the air.
You don't believe certain icons have the power to make change, to think differently, to be bold, to inspire others? Artistry, you're one of them.
On the good foot. Ha!
And now he gets a little
Yeah.
Jim Carrey.
All of a sudden, he's James
Shut
Brown.
it down now.
How many drugs do you think he's on?
Some of
He's
them,
gotta be on
some
something,
of them,
right?
Some, maybe not
Yeah,
all, but
maybe not
some.
all,
But
a-
again-
but a few.
He's gonna say something crazy here in a minute, but I'm trying to be fair. I'm trying to play both sides of this. He's Jim Carrey, dude. He's one of the biggest weirdos in Hollywood. He's a
Yeah,
weirdo.
he's Fire Marshal Buck.
But he only has really three characters, but they're the same people,
Yeah.
right? So to see him act this way, it's weird because it's not the
Right.
mask, it's not the Grinch. Like
Right.
this act is so out of his repertoire that he
It's almost
uses
like,
on a movie basis.
it's like, is this the real Jim that
Right.
we're getting
Well,
right
I
now?
kind of feel like if you're going to be that guy, even on movies, that's a controlled environment, right? Like, what are you like in private?
Yeah.
Because you guys see how I am
This.
with you guys at the fire station. I talk a lot of shit. I'm all over the place. At home, I'm talking to myself, saying some weird things when I'm
Yeah.
all by myself.
you
Like,
walking around your house like,
dude, I do weird. I want to by myself. I talk to myself, saying weird things,
That's
singing,
say.
making up songs in my head. I made up a song how I had to take a dump on the way home yesterday.
hey, good
let's
for you.
hear it.
Let's hear it.
Later.
Maybe we'll get old Tim McGraw.
More from that
involved.
later.
Oh. Investors?
Drop a beat.
Here we go.
I don't believe in icons. I don't believe in personalities. I believe that peace lies beyond personality, beyond invention and disguise, beyond the red S that you wear on your chest that makes bullets bounce off. I believe that it's deeper than that. I believe we're a field of energy dancing for itself.
Time is a
And,
flat circle.
I don't care.
But Jim, you got really dressed up for the
All right, good enough.
No. He played a little
there
more.
more of this?
There's a little more,
occasion.
yeah.
You look good.
No, I
Was
didn't
that an
get dressed
accident?
up. I didn't get dressed up.
Who did?
There is no me.
Right.
There's no you.
No.
We're not here. This is a dream.
There's just things happening. And there are clusters of tetrahedrons moving around together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's happening in our world right now? Because there is a lot
That's
of news
enough.
that
Like,
actually.
what the hell are you talking about, dude?
And he could be in a different mental space. He could be close to a breakdown.
He
or
could be.
But I'm saying like mid breakdown, like you don't know what's going on
No.
behind the scenes of Jim
Everybody in
Carrey.
Hollywood is fucking nuts.
Right.
I'm sure comedians, if you hear his story, like he was homeless, lived in a car much of his youth, like or even while he was trying to make it, like maybe he's got some mental trauma that every now and then he's got a little.
I bet he's also deep in the
schizo adjacent.
I think he's deep in the woo-woo thing too, because remember, like he wrote himself that check for whatever it was, $20 million, and he's very into manifesting his own destiny and the metaphysical.
Whoa,
So
I mean, I can write myself a check for 20 millis and just.
you got to believe.
Well, I'll believe it if that's
If
what
you
it
can believe it, you can achieve
That's
it.
what it takes. I'll get my
Teamwork
checkbook.
makes the dream work. How many more?
Shit, man. If that's what it takes, I'll get my checkbook.
How many platitudes can we throw out in this show?
Oh,
Anyway, so this was back in 2016, 2017, somewhere around there. He starts saying like these weird things in the media. He starts making like, if you take it, you can take it two ways. You can take it as Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey's being weird, or you could take it as maybe Jim Carrey's onto something and he's talking about some things that maybe he shouldn't be talking about. And now we have France 2026. So I don't know if you guys know, I want to say it was some sort of award ceremony. He got an award. I don't actually think we have the acceptance speech linked.
it was very interesting.
But
No, we don't have that.
the whole controversy that's all over the internet right now is Jim Carrey just didn't look like Jim Carrey. I'm gonna try and pull up a quick picture of it
Because there is no Jim
well, there
Carrey.
is
There's
no
only
Jim
a cluster
Carrey.
of tetrahedron.
clusters
Right.
of tetrahedrons.
Hedrons?
Bouncing around the room.
So
Yeah.
I think I'm this. So this is what he kind of showed up looking like in France. So I mean, obviously his face is a little,
Butcher.
I don't know, worked on, I guess. He looks like he's gained some weight. He did give up and he started speaking in fluent French, which again, he probably do whatever he wants, learn French in his off time, all of that. But people got the general vibe like, hey man, like that doesn't look like Jim Carrey at all. So whole controversy starts. It's the same shit that we've seen with some other people, which we'll get to in a minute. About, oh my God, dude, they replaced Jim Carrey. He's a clone. He's a robot. It's somebody wearing a mask, whatever. What didn't help was there's somebody named Alexis Stone. And to my understanding, Alexis Stone is a big makeup costume designer, like for celebrities and movies and whatever.
Some of her IG page right there.
And Alexis Stone posted a really weird Instagram post. Let's see if I can find it real quick.
Well, it's right there with Jim Carrey. You're going to see it.
Do you have the next slide of it? Okay.
It's playing.
So first picture, that's Jim Carrey in France.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
It's going to cycle through him here.
The next picture of the post, Jim Carrey in France.
Looking super
weird.
weird.
And then
Just weird.
The last picture is this makeup set. And let's freeze this here. So the caption of this post was Alexis Stone as Jim Carrey. And the internet ate that shit up.
I think
First impressions.
my first impression, and it's not mine. I saw somebody else say this, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is way too set up perfectly in France with
That's
the
what I
Eiffel
thought.
Tower in the background. Every bit of makeup completely meticulously put in its thing, and the
Clearly a
denture
troll.
sitting there on a medical tray. I bet this is a completely AI generated photo.
That was my thought, but
While it
Steve, what
could
do you
be
think?
AI, you're talking about somebody who is a renowned makeup artist who stages shots for a living. I would imagine
Also
if she
fair.
has an Instagram page, she's going to stage it and structure it to be this perfect picture if it were real.
I think Alexis goes by they, by the way, just so we're
Is it a dude or a chick?
they
There's more than one?
just
All right.
trying to keep us
Come on, Steve. Pretend it's a year ago.
I'm sorry.
keep
I'm
us
sorry.
in good
When these
graces.
I thought we didn't have to do that anymore. Trump's in office.
Trump's
That
in
was-
office. We could say retard again. You know what I mean?
No, but like, even though, let's say all that's true, she's meticulous about all this stuff. Okay, sure. And maybe you could pull this off. Maybe you really could pull it off. But again, I just feel like this is total. Look, I'm definitely 100% in Paris.
But
look at the Eiffel Tower.
Let me pose this to you. Our set, we're not famous. We don't have people. And you, hold on. You stress about angles, lighting,
Sure.
camera, this, stage a shot.
Yeah.
And you're not a celebrity makeup artist to the stars.
The one thing, like I said, the one thing that got me, and again, it wasn't mine. Somebody else said this, and I recognize
Eiffel Tower
it,
in the
is
back.
that is just way too. I'm in
Right.
France.
Could have been me. Yeah. No.
Well,
And I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying the other
Sure.
side of the coin. Maybe.
No, absolutely.
For what it's worth, Jim Carrey's people confirmed that he was actually in France, and Access Hollywood, I guess, confirmed that he was in France. But at the same time, if you're running $100 million asset, you don't admit the guy on stage is a motherfucker in a mask. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
You kind of can see both. Of course, Access Hollywood said, no, it was Jim Carrey and friend. Like, of course they did.
Of course.
So that's kind of the controversies surrounding Jim Carrey himself. But it's not the first time that something like this has happened. And from what I can remember, the first kind of, oh my God, they replaced a celebrity. I don't know if you guys are even privy to that. Like, it was Avril Lavigne was the first one.
I remember that.
I couldn't find pictures for everybody at home. This is AI generated Kanye and Avril Lavigne. This is not real. I could not actually find pictures of her birthmark at all.
Of course you couldn't.
I remember though when Adam, we talked about this years ago because I believe your wife is a big Avril Lavigne fan. We talked about this, right?
Yes.
When this first hit, we talked about that.
Yeah.
We actually had the pictures at the time. I might be able to go back and find them in my folders.
But for what it's worth, and I'm going to play devil's advocate here. Like, now that people are starting to talk about it, of course you can't find any.
People are starting to murmur, Don.
You know what I mean? They're saying you don't have the balls to do it.
So you're telling me that the Illuminati controls the internet also?
Well, hold on. Why? You know, if they control the world, of course they control the internet. The answer to your question is yes.
You mean media, John, in general?
They don't. Illuminati does not control the media.
Avril Lavigne is one of them.
Just
Kanye
saying.
West is another one. People realize all of a sudden his tattoos were gone. He's got no laser removal scars. Now again, devil's advocate. He's Kanye West. He could probably pay for the best laser tattoo removal money can buy.
He's not getting the Groupon that I get.
But they don't get taller. He's all of a sudden taller when he stands next to his girlfriend on that image there. And that actually might be a real picture. But
first of all, I think he's always like, she's tiny, but he's only like 5'8" to begin with. So like, just take that side by side there, and let's just say he's 5'8". What is she? 4'9"?
She's like an elf,
right? She is not that.
Maybe he's
small.
got those Tom Cruise shoes.
He's got some platform Yeezys.
You guys hear about old Jamie Foxx?
That I've seen that. That tattoo on the back of the head.
Jamie Foxx, all of a sudden the tattoo's gone. He had a whole medical emergency back in 2023. I don't know. We watched at the station once. He did that Netflix special where he was talking about his medical event, and like, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of disappointed. It was like, I thought this was supposed to be funny, and it was like not stand up
serious.
But he even said to the audience that he's like, oh my God, I'm being cloned right now. He claims to have seen a white version of himself in the hospital. And I don't know if you guys have seen the movie that he's been in recently.
They Cloned Tyrone?
It's called They Cloned Tyrone.
Maybe that's where he got the idea.
Doesn't he play Tyrone in the movie?
I haven't seen it, but I believe
talk about programming.
I will play devil's advocate to this, watch it, and I'll give you my opinion on it. But here's Jamie Foxx in his own words.
I snuck my phone because I didn't know what the outside world was saying. And so I snuck my phone to see what people were saying. I've just been in this hospital, and I couldn't get my mind around it. I had a stroke. I'm in fucking perfect shape. The clone shit threw me.
Yes.
When they said I was a clone, that made me flip in the hospital. That's it. These motherfuckers are trying to clone me. I didn't have a stroke. So I'm sitting in the hospital bed like these bitch ass. And then I saw me walk into my room. But I'm white. So I see the white me.
But he had a Caesar too? Just like you?
All that, the white me.
Okay, gotcha.
And I'm like, and I'm trying to get their attention.
Damn.
And no one said anything. And I'm like, that's it. They trying to clone me. This motherfucker is all a thing. And so the next morning I was out of my bed. I was standing there like Chris Pratt in Jurassic Park. I was like, what the fuck? And Dave was like, what's up, Fox? I said, what's up, Fox? I said, I know what's up. You trying to clone me, motherfucker. I saw the white clone. And I know why you trying to clone me. And make me white, because I'll sell better overseas and all this other kind of So they had to call like my
Psychiatrist.
I had a psychiatrist on board, and I'm sitting in this
I don't know how much more of this.
I'm thinking I'm a clone. Yes.
I don't know how much more we could play of
They
that.
cloned motherfucker Jones.
But you understand, like, the reason that people were saying he was cloned is because for his 40th birthday, he bought himself a tattoo on the back of his head.
I remember.
It's well documented.
Yeah.
And it's gone.
So he got the same guy Kanye did.
Okay.
My only thing in this video, the only thing, like, because I can write a lot of it off, like I've figured myself a very rational person. The only thing that sticks in my mind is, why is he having this thought so deeply in the first place?
Right.
Why is this so buried in your subconscious that it's something you're worried about? Have you heard of this happening before?
Well, he saw it on social media, and that was an immediate thought. Like, he didn't go, oh, these people are crazy.
I know. Exactly. Yeah. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't you just blow that off like a normal person would?
Well,
He said the next day he was
Yeah.
out of bed. It's not like he was on drugs that one day coming out of sedation or anything. It was the next day.
And it was serious enough that they had to call his psychiatrist in.
exactly.
So
I'll tell
That's
you, I'll tell
weird.
you this too. And in his defense, like you can remove tattoos.
Sure.
You probably got buku bucks, get the best tattoo removal you can
maybe it
possibly
was
get.
makeup covered.
Sure, maybe, you know.
Right.
But you can't change your height. And you sure as hell can't change your earlobes. Let's take a look at our friend Joe Biden.
Jay
Oh.
Breezy.
Well,
So,
that's interesting.
How does that happen? Okay. We're looking at in 2008, he had detached earlobes.
Mm-hmm.
Today, they're attached.
Mm-hmm.
And that's photo proof. How does that happen? Not to mention the fact that many people have called him out because he's in the 2025 State of the Union address, his neck was making weird
I
rolls.
saw that when I saw that live. He scratched his finger in the back and like it wrinkled up, but it stayed.
Right.
While we're talking about Joe Biden and his changing face appearance, I did run across this old gem. I don't know if we all remember this,
Is it the video?
but no, it's Donald Trump's
yes.
Truth Social.
Yes.
There is no Joe Biden. Executed in 2020,
Yep.
Biden clones, doubles, and robotic engineers. Soulless, mindless entities is what you see. What?
Okay, yeah, and then
What?
we talked about it. We
2020.
talked about it maybe 4 episodes ago. We were breaking down the Epstein files. It said in the Epstein files that Joe Biden was executed in 2019.
Yeah.
So now I have
Are
weird.
they all just messing with us?
Not to mention, I don't think we have it linked, but there's a video of I want to say in the last 6 months of his presidency of him walking next to Jill, and he's like
The
a
robot one that
foot
you
taller.
posted a long time ago.
And that one of him walking
Next to the
next to a
robot.
Tesla robot. They walk the same way.
They stumble the same.
So like you can fake tattoos, you
Yeah.
can put makeup over it, but like the earlobes, your height differences.
The robotic Joe Biden, like he's got whatever dementia, he's old. Okay, whatever. I can get along with a weird gait. The one where he was all of a sudden 35
Spry as
again and
fuck,
started
going up
sprinting,
those stairs.
just trotting up those stairs like
That was an actor.
that's not Joe Biden.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that's
Yeah.
not Joe Biden.
So let's play this out. The question would be why? Why are we replacing people with whatever you want to call robots, clones, surrogates, whatever you want to call it?
Body doubles.
People are saying, allegedly,
People
People
are
are
starting to
saying-
a lot
murmur.
of people say,
I didn't say it.
well, the brand is more valuable than the person,
For
right?
sure.
So Jim Carrey, the human, the actual guy, was tired, angry at the industry, and he's becoming a little bit more spiritual. And they said, well, can't have that. Let's replace him with the asset. Shut the fuck up about the Illuminati. Keep the seats filled, and maybe speak a little French once in a while. The craziest tie-in to all of this is that back in the day, old Jim Carrey was in a movie that I know we've all seen called The Truman Show. And what was the focus of The Truman Show? It's all a lie.
It's all manufactured reality.
It's all made up. Nothing is as it seems. And the second he starts to figure it out, there's a mad dash behind the scenes to make sure that the illusion is maintained.
Yeah.
Nothing is real.
Dun dun dun.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. It's
So Jim Carrey's a fucking robot. So is Joe Biden.
Well, and there's been people that have said before along the whole clones and body doubles is that, you know, they are put into the, so like what we know as actors, Jim Carrey isn't Jim Carrey the person. He's the person pretending to be Jim Carrey.
I'm the dude playing another dude.
Disguised as another dude.
dude.
So
Disguised
there's people
as-
who argue that he was, I mean, if you go back and look, and some of these posts are crazy, and some of them are actually very interesting, but they look like people, historical figures from the past, right? They can
There's
match-
Andrew Garfield.
Right.
We did,
right.
we did
I mean,
a whole segment on that.
So if they are cloning, and I don't think they've been cloning
Peter
since the
Dinklage.
1700s, but
Not
but if they're finding a way to clone, we wouldn't know it until years later if the military was doing it or whoever was doing it. But then they put them in these positions of entertainment or power or government or whatever. They're just a character anyway.
I don't know where I
That's
come
some deep layered onion shit.
I don't know where I come down on any of that stuff. Like, I mean, it just like when on its face, you're like,
It sounds insane.
They clone Jim Carrey. Okay.
But they also cloned Tyrone. You know what I mean?
But I don't, it's just so convoluted when you think about it. Like, why would anybody believe that they cloned? The thing that makes more sense to me than anything is, or that's more plausible is that they cloned a president versus a Jim Carrey. Because like, okay, they're probably, it would make sense if there's like 10 Joe Bidens out there.
But I'll tell you
what was the movie, The Dictator, where he had like all the clones of himself?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Like, I got to have a double.
They would clone both. And I'll tell you why. Because there's people who only pay attention to politics and only listen to politicians. But then there's people who only pay attention to celebrities.
I feel like those days are over.
I don't know, dude. I know plenty of people who are like, hey, did you
But
see
not
who,
for the
who
Gen
Taylor
Pop?
Swift voted for? Because I'm going to vote for who Taylor Swift tells me to
Look
vote
at how
for.
much the NFL viewership was influenced by that alone.
I'll tell you what, if you're basing who you vote on versus.
No, you're an idiot.
But people do it.
You're an idiot.
Beyonce?
But people do it.
Oprah?
I'm not going to say
Old,
anything.
On Kamala's ticket?
I feel
Kamala
pretty bad
Harris
about
was
my voting
like,
choice.
I'm going to bring out Megan Thee Stallion real quick and she can tell you all to vote for me.
But
Vibes.
look how well it went.
Vibe check. But,
Vibes.
I mean, it could have been other reasons to that too that it went the way it did.
Let me put it this way. Let me ask you this. Is it impossible? It's 2026.
No.
We have automated intelligence that's probably way further along than what the
Are you
public
saying
has
is it too?
access to.
Hold on.
We know we can
Hold-
clone dogs.
Hold on.
And
can
Dolly
clone-
the sheep in the
We can
80s.
clone animals.
You're saying that you. So what you're saying is different from what I'm saying. You're legitimately saying there could be a cloned human being like a Dolly the sheep.
Could be. Could be being the key phrase. I'm
That
not
was
saying it's
96.
impossible.
Sorry.
I would be more apt to say that there is a doppelganger or
Sure.
body double.
Sure. 30 years ago, we cloned a sheep. Okay. 30 years ago. So what if we cloned a human and it's both? What if we cloned a human that's close enough in look like it's kind of a doppelganger?
We've cracked the human genome. They're doing designer babies in China.
And at this point, how many videos have you? There's a guy on Instagram. I should have linked it, but like
Allegedly, I
he
don't know.
sells masks. Like fuck, man, the stuff that they have in Mission Impossible where they put that mask on and their voice, they can do the like. Come on,
I don't know about
We
the
could
voice
totally
thing
do that.
anymore, but the mask, 100%.
Absolutely.
I'm going to go ahead and say the voice thing, yes,
think so?
because you've seen what they can do on AI with the.
But I'm like, no, you and me talking face
Like
to
in
face.
person.
but
That's what
you,
I'm saying in
You think they
person.
can do that?
in person?
Yeah.
That I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know
On
about that.
I wouldn't doubt it.
AI, absolutely.
I wouldn't doubt it.
They have things right now. You go on 11 Labs right now and you upload, I think it's like 3 minutes of your own voice. It will, but the more you give it, the better it gets.
Well, we've talked about the phone scams. People will call you and try and get a couple words of your voice on to record, and then
If I were to
people
take
scam as you.
If I were to take this podcast, all of like everything that I've ever said on this podcast, I could upload that into AI and it will get my tones, my mannerisms, my inflections. It will get it damn near perfectly to whereas people on YouTube that are doing this and they clone theirs like, man, that sounds just like me.
Yeah.
And I believe so yeah, they can do that 100%.
Yeah.
We've seen that in real time too, where I'll be the one talking to the camera, but have a woman's face layered over me. And it looks like I'm talking.
Yes.
You know, even though it's a woman that you're seeing, like that stuff's easy. It's the in-person stuff where like he's at the Cannes Film Festival or whatever it is. And like, he's walking around like that's a lot harder to do. That's Mission Impossible shit with the voice changing and like nobody can really tell.
But think about this, right? So to the lay public, you're at a distance all the time. You're not the one up close interviewing Jim Carrey or said personality. So to be at a distance at the red carpet and somebody just walking by and doing a shoot or up at a mic making a speech, maybe they are pulling something off that
I don't know.
a
I don't know
person
what Jim Carrey
50
looks like.
feet away at the closest who can't see
Yeah.
the tabs of the mask or whatever, right?
We know that presidents have body doubles.
Of course.
Like they have to security.
I would think so. That just makes total sense.
Would it be so far of a leap to say at the very least some of the top A-list celebrities also have body doubles?
Sure. Why wouldn't you?
So
There's this, I wish I could remember what it's called right now, but the girl's name is Michelle Carey, and she has this YouTube channel. It's insanely popular. I wish I could think of the name of it right now. But she went to a movie premiere it was a Tom Cruise Mission Impossible movie premiere, and she went like masked up as I think Tom Cruise.
And she got in and stuff.
But to what you guys are saying is like you're normally at a distance. People are like, I know something's off, but like,
is it challenge?
But maybe I've
accepted?
never
challenge
seen,
accepted.
Maybe I've never seen him before.
Exactly.
Up close. Like I don't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so yeah, she was it, but she wound up getting to meet Tom Cruise as Tom Cruise. Like it was
That's
pretty
hilarious.
cool. But like just like you guys were saying, like if I've never seen Tom Cruise in person, I don't know.
So
If you've never heard Carrie Underwood's voice, and she calls you on the phone,
and I'm talking to some lady,
you're gonna think it's Carrie
all
Underwood.
of a sudden I'm going to
Who
Vegas.
would fall for that?
A fucking moron.
Sorry.
Hey, she's a nice lady.
So I've been told.
Justin's wife is a nice lady. She's the one that fell for it.
Well, no, I spoke to Carrie.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We texted Tim. Come on.
Well, I know the text, but
That's
you
another time, folks.
all right.
Yeah, way different story.
That's a whole documentary.
Idiot. Fell for that?
Yeah, who fucking believes that shit? But like, so Okay, play this out. We'll get to clones. Jim Carrey's got a body double.
Yeah.
Okay, for security purposes.
Wouldn't you pick a better looking body double?
Right, first of all.
Like I would, you've got to have low self-esteem to pick that and go, that's spot on.
Maybe that's the only
what I
guy they
look
got.
like.
I mean, but then, so Jim Carrey's using this body double for 5 years, security reasons.
All right.
All of a sudden, Jim Carrey starts spouting off about the Illuminati, the Almighty King Tongue, talking about Bohemian Grove, and they're like, oh, Jimmy, we can't have that.
Yeah.
They kill him. They go to the body double and say, hey, man, we're going to pay you, I don't know, fucking $30 million a year to be Jim Carrey for the rest of your life, or at least for the next 20 years until you can fade away out of the public spotlight. We'll retire you on an island, move on with your life. You think that's impossible? Say what we tell you to say. Be Jim Carrey, only in public.
I don't think it's impossible. I would argue that he wasn't as influential as what you're giving him credit for.
Like, yeah.
Okay,
Like he's just an outspoken weird dude who has this character. He's anti-vax because remember he went on that whole big thing with what's her name?
Jenny McCarthy.
Jenny McCarthy. They went on this whole big spiel of anti-vax before anti-vax was cool and before Candace did her Shot in the Dark documentary. Like before all of that, they were anti-vax in the vaccine schedule. I mean, they were saying all kinds of wild stuff for a while, but even then, like nobody was listening because it was Jim Carrey crazy and Jenny McCarthy. Stuff trips me out.
We've played this on the show before too. We can keep talking. I'm showing other examples.
These types of I don't know. I don't think it's impossible what you're saying, but what's crazy to me is he's not as influential in the sway of public opinion and stuff like that.
Pick anybody. What if it was Joe Biden?
By the way, I will say this video was done. We've had this flagged for a long time, since well before AI. This was not AI.
So it appears to be Emma Watson.
And it's, what's her name?
Sofia Vergara.
Yeah.
Man.
This wasn't AI though. Adam, did you have the date on this video?
I can find it.
Okay. Oh, I can.
But like how... Not to, like, what is that, first
of all?
But
here's the thing, though. Here's what makes me think that's AI is her hair's not messed up. Sofia Vergara's hair.
That video is 12 years ago.
12 years ago. So well before AI is what it is now. It predates Will Smith eating spaghetti, right?
Well, but let's just look at any Hollywood movie. The Mission Impossible, like everything, like they do that.
They
like,
have
that
effects.
been done.
And that's the only thing I noticed about that video that was crazy is Sofia Vergara's hair is not messed up. It's perfect when she takes that off.
And why would Sofia Vergara need the big old knockers in the skin suit? She's got big old knockers.
Well, maybe they're just attached to the skin suit.
But I said, like, why do you need that part? Does it go
You just make it as one.
Over your natties?
We just make it as one.
I'll tell you what, my whole takeaway from this and everything else that's been happening for the last few years is I don't believe anything.
Nothing anymore.
I can't just look at something and say, yep, 100% face value. I take it for what it is.
And you have to do the Mick Dundee handshake anytime you meet somebody now just to identify if they're a female or not.
I do. I mean, you saw how I greeted you guys today.
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't remember that?
Never seen Crocodile Dundee?
I'm sorry. I was reading something about the Emma Watson.
Welcome to the show. Fireside.
I looked up.
Thanks for joining us today, Adam.
Cupping it. And I was like, okay, hello.
All right, man, that's it. That's where I leave it.
Yeah.
I can't believe anything.
Nothing is as it seems.
Nothing
man.
is
I
real.
think any of it's possible.
At this point,
fuck, dude, we got lasers in the sky that can destroy. Like, that's U.S. military is like, hey, we got lasers, dude.
Allegedly.
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they're all underground lizard people at this point.
Why wouldn't there be?
Why wouldn't there be? Allegedly.
Jim